brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Nicole Scherzinger. Nicole Scherzinger is an American recording artist, actress, and television personality born in Honolulu, Hawaii and raised in Louisville, Kentucky. She performed initially in high school plays, and studied at Wright State University before dropping out to pursue a musical career alongside the American rock band Days of the New and later auditioned for Popstars, becoming a member of the short-lived girl group Hiatus Crush. She rose to fame as the lead singer of the burlesque troupe-turned-recording act the Pussycat Dolls, who became one of the world's best-selling girl groups. During their hiatus, Scherzinger planned to embark on her solo career with her name as Nicole, but it was later shelved after 4 singles failed to impact the chart significantly. Following the group's disbandment, Scherzinger ventured into television, winning the 10th season of Dancing with the Stars, and became a judge on the Sing-Off and on US and UK versions of The X Factor. Her debut studio album Killer Love was released to moderate success and was preceded by the #1 single, Don't Hold Your Breath. In 2014, Scherzinger released her second album Big Fat Lie to commercial disappointment, and starred on the West End revival of the musical Cats, for which she received a Laurence Olivier Award nomination, Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical. Throughout her career, she has had a total of 3 UK #1 singles, 2 of which coming from recording group The Pussycat Dolls and 1 as a solo artist. She has sold over 60 million records worldwide, as a solo artist and as the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls. In accordance with multiple sources, Scherzinger has sold at least 37 million singles, and has had in excess of 15 million total album sales. Since her first chart entry in 2005, she has scored 20 top 20 hits on the UK singles chart. Outside her work in the entertainment industry, Scherzinger has advertised brands including Herbal Essences and Muller, and helped to create the clothing brand Misguided. She is also an ambassador for UNICEF, and a global ambassador for the Special Olympics, and is involved in charitable activities. Early life. Scherzinger was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, into a Catholic family. Her father, Alfonso Valiant, is of Filipino descent, while her mother, Rosemaria Licolani, has native Hawaiian and Ukrainian ancestry. Scherzinger's parents separated when she was still a baby. When she was 6 years old, her maternal family moved to Louisville, Kentucky, with her sister, Keela, and her German-American stepfather, Gary Scherzinger. She took her stepfather's surname after he adopted her. She first attended Bowen Elementary, and later attended Myzique Middle School as an adolescent. Scherzinger states that, growing up, her family did not have a lot of money, and she gave thanks to her mother for all the support she gave her to become what she is today. Scherzinger began performing in Louisville, attending the Youth Performing Arts School at DuPont Manual High School, and performing with Actors Theatre of Louisville. As a teenager, Scherzinger was the first runner-up at the 1996 Kentucky State Fair's Coca-Cola Talent Classic contest. In 2007, she was inducted to DuPont Manual Alumni's Hall of Fame as one of the youngest inductees. After earning a scholarship, she furthered her studies at Wright State University, majoring in theater arts with a dance minor. During this period, Scherzinger garnered the lead roles in regional productions of the musicals Chicago, Guys and Dolls, and Showboat. 1999-2002, Career Beginnings in Eden's Crush. In 1999, Scherzinger was hired by Days of the New band leader Travis Meeks to contribute vocals on their self-titled second studio album, and later dropped out of college to tour through the US in support of the album. Meeks claims that after touring, the two grew apart creatively, and that despite being an amazing entertainer, she just didn't seem to understand music very well. Shes just not much of a musician. nor does she understand music. In 2001, after her mother's suggestion, Scherzinger quit the band in order to audition on the WB's television show Popstars, a precursor to modern string of reality series, with the aim to chronicle the group's formation until the recording of their debut album. Warner Brothers imprint London Sire Records signed the group to a recording contract before the band was named and had finalized its membership, due to the hours of network television exposure the group would receive. Initially hesitant at the idea of joining a group, she then opted otherwise as she saw it as an opportunity to travel to Los Angeles. For her audition she sang Whitney Houston's version of "I Will Always Love You" and won a spot along with 4 other finalists, establishing the girl group Heden's crush. Their debut single, "Get Over Yourself," was released in March 2001 and debuted at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. They became the first female act to debut at number 1 on the Hot 100 singles sales chart. Their debut studio album, Popstars, debuted at number 6 on the Billboard 200 chart. They went on to tour with NSYNC and Jessica Simpson, but by the end of the year the label went bankrupt and disbanded. During this time, Will.I.am approached Scherzinger to become a member of the Black Eyed Peas, but she turned it down as her then-boyfriend declined. In December 2002, Scherzinger worked with Yoshiki of Japanese heavy metal band X Japan on his Violet UK project. She sang the English version of "I'll Be Your Love" live with the Tokyo Symphonic Orchestra. 2003–2009, the Pussycat Dolls. With hopes of scoring a solo recording contract, she peddled a demo CD to labels under her Hawaiian family name, Nicole Scherzinger, because it was easier to pronounce. In August 2003, Scherzinger traveled to the Arista Records office in New York with a demo CD of her own written material. Her performance was interrupted by a citywide blackout, and she was forced to leave. She also did a brief detour into acting, which includes a cameo in the independent comedy Love Don't Cost a Thing. Meanwhile, Robin Anton, the creator of the burlesque troupe, the Pussycat Dolls, struck a joint venture with Interscope Records and, along with record producers Jimmy Iovine and Ron Fair, launched an open audition for a separate recording group. After Will.I.am recommended Scherzinger to Iovine, and in hopes to obtain a solo deal, she successfully auditioned along with Melody Thornton, joining Carmite Batcher, Ashley Roberts, Jessica Sutter and Kimberly Wyatt. Scherzinger suffered from bulimia following her first photo shoot with the group. She was required to wear a bra, underwear and garters. However, Scherzinger wasn't comfortable in her own body. Her struggle with the eating disorder would last for 8 years, during which she would keep to herself. In 2004, Scherzinger covered "Breakfast in Bed" for the soundtrack to 50 First Dates. As the lead singer, Scherzinger assumed the majority of the vocals and is the only member of the group to have songwriting credits on their debut album, PCD, which was released in September 2005. The album was preceded by Don't Cha, which became their international breakthrough, peaking at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album spawned other number 1 hits, Stick With You and Buttons, the former of which was nominated for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group, with vocals at the 49th Annual Grammy Awards. Once finishing recording the group's debut album, Scherzinger began working on her solo album. In February 2006, Scherzinger signed a global publishing agreement with Universal Music Publishing Group, which would cover her future songwriting. Her work as lead singer furthered Scherzinger's popularity as she continued to work on her own music. Scherzinger's first solo recording was a feature on Avant's Lie About Us, that was released in July 2006 and later collaborated with Diddy on Come to Me, which became Scherzinger's first solo top 10 hit on the US Billboard Hot 100. In March 2007, Scherzinger announced that her debut studio album would be titled Her Name is Nicole, and was initially scheduled for a release in late summer. 4 singles were released from the project: Whatever You Like, featuring T.I., Baby Love, featuring Will.I.am, Supervillain, and Puakani Kenny. However, all failed to make any significant impact on the Billboard charts, although Baby Love was a moderate success in international territories. After a number of pushbacks, Scherzinger decided not to release any further singles from the album, and at her request, Her Name is Nicole was eventually shelved and shifted back her focus on the Dolls' second album. In February 2008, Scherzinger, along with a variety of other celebrities, contributed to Will.I.am's Yes We Can to support Barack Obama's 2008 presidential campaign. Following the cancellation of Her Name is Nicole, Scherzinger focused on the Pussycat Dolls' second and final album, Doll Domination. It was released in the United States on September 23, 2008, and peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200. The album included singles, When I Grow Up and I Hate This Part, which peaked at number 9 and 11 on the Billboard Hot 100, respectively. Both songs were originally recorded for Scherzinger's solo effort. The following year, the Pussycat Dolls embarked on a worldwide concert tour, Doll Domination Tour, which began on January 18, 2009. While on tour, Scherzinger was asked to rewrite pop version of Jai Ho from the movie Slumdog Millionaire. The song was entitled Jai Ho, crediting A.R. Rahman and the Pussycat Dolls, while Scherzinger was credited as a featured artist, causing an internal strife within the group. The song reached number 1 in 17 countries. In the US, it peaked at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100, after charging 85 places, consequently making the largest weekly leap from number 100. On April 5, 2009, Scherzinger performed America the Beautiful at WrestleMania 25 at the Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas. After the tour concluded in August 2009, the group announced a hiatus to further pursue solo careers. In December 2009, Scherzinger was announced as the third judge, joining Ben Folds and Boyz II Men band member Sean Stockman on the first season of the Sing-Off. She returned for the second season before being replaced by Sara Bareilles. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.